Hi guys, this is Starseed Mentality, back at you again with another Astro 101 breakdown. And if you haven't guessed already, this video we're going to be talking about planets, okay, and their meanings. All right, this is going to be a 3-part series. All right, talking about the planets and basically the Astro 101 series that I'm doing is basically the building blocks for newcomers or new beginners in astrology. Okay, so before we dive in, I want to mention one of the hermetic principles by the ancestor Tahuti is as above, so below. Okay, let me pull up the hermetic principles for you all. And one of the hermetic principles that we are going to be working with today is the hermetic principle number 2, the principles of correspondence, which is as above, so below. And I mention this because we have to understand that Earth is responding to these celestial bodies, which as a result have an impact on us and our energy. Okay, and so for starters, without the sun, humanity wouldn't have a point of self, a soul, or a personality. So think about it as if, without these planets, these frequencies of condensed light, humans on planet Earth wouldn't have these functionalities. Okay, that is how astrology and planets work spiritually, right? And if you don't know, your soul, your spirit is passed through the sun to get to this dimension. So that's actually a fact, that's actually true. Okay, without the moon, humanity wouldn't have emotions, intuition, and a connection with their mother. Without Mercury, humanity wouldn't have speech, communication, or thought, and they wouldn't have a way to express ideas or get ideas from one person to the next. Okay. Without Venus, okay, Venus also has connection to Lucifer, which, stay tuned, I am doing a video for when we talk about how Venus kind of traps us in our 5 senses and the pleasures that we get from the 3D realm. Okay, so without Venus, humanity wouldn't have their 5 senses: taste, touch, sight, smell, and hearing. Okay, and so Venus is associated with music, the arts, expression, sexual expression, love, entertainment, the arts, luxury, money. Okay, so stay tuned for that video where I do the connection between Venus and Lucifer, since the original name for Venus was Lucifer. All right. Then we have Mars. Without Mars, humanity wouldn't have aggression, drive, anger, determination, or passion. All right. And so once we get into the gassy planets, I realized that our gassy planets are kind of what I would call kind of associated with our higher chakras or our higher level of thinking. And the sun, the moon, Mercury, and Venus are often associated, and Mars is often associated with our lower primordial desires. And so when we get to the gassy planets or the outer planets, we get into, well, they're both gassy planets and outer planets. We get into a higher level of human understanding. And so without Jupiter, humanity wouldn't have good luck, expansion, travel, fortune. As you can see here, without Jupiter, humanity wouldn't have an interest in wanting things outside of itself, wanting to expand and understand more out of life. Okay. And next we have Saturn. And again, this is another outside of our physical vessel understanding, which is what we call, without Saturn, humanity wouldn't have karmic debt, lessons, things to learn in this lifetime, discipline, okay, and things of that nature. And so again, it's dealing with a higher spiritual concept of even reincarnation, which is what also Saturn rules over. Okay. And then, of course, next after that, we have Uranus. Okay, which is without Uranus, humanity wouldn't have new ideas, innovation, technology, rebellion. Okay, and so again, this is humanity expanding outside of its lower nature, wanting to evolve, wanting to make change, right? Wanting to expand technologically, advance technologically, right? And then, of course, after that, we have Neptune, right? Without Neptune, humanity wouldn't have dreams, illusions, or the astral realm. And if you don't know, Neptune is often associated with Poseidon in the Greek and Roman pantheons, which are god of water deities, right? But according to the African pantheon of the Orishas, right, we have the concept of Yemoja and how she rules over the primordial waters of life, okay, and how there's waters and heavens, right? And so without Neptune, humanity wouldn't even understand that concept of spirituality, right? Of understanding things outside of itself on a spiritual level. Okay, without Neptune in our galaxy, humans would not have that. Okay, wouldn't have that feature. All right, and then of course we have, last but not least, Pluto. And without Pluto, humanity wouldn't have a shadow self, shadow work, a desire to have death and rebirth, spiritual transformation, and the subconscious mind. Okay, so again, Pluto is also dealing with a element of the human characteristics of wanting something outside of his lower desire, something spiritual, wanting to spiritually evolve, transform, and things of that nature, shadow work, healing, and things of that nature. And so without Pluto, humanity wouldn't have an interest in those things. Okay, and this is my second time doing this video because first of all, I messed up on the Venus. Was gonna say forget it, we can just keep going, and then I look back and I totally forgot to add Uranus in there. How could I? So stay tuned. We're going to be looking at the planets and the organs that they rule over, and the planets and the chakras. Okay, so stay tuned for that. If you're on my YouTube, please like, share, and subscribe to my video to stay updated on my content. And with that being said, I'll be back, y'all. Peace.